What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be basically teaching you or basically giving advice on how to make a microchip in Plain Crazy. Now you're gonna be like first of all you're gonna need Roblox, that's obvious. Later after that you're gonna need Discord. I linked the Discord server in the description and so the first topic is gonna be armor. Like you're gonna have to armor your ship. You're gonna not go like without armor or anything like that because you're gonna be taken down immediately if you don't have armor. So you can use the beams and the explosive blocks because these two blocks are basically immune to rockets, except other like torpedoes or bombs. We will talk about that later, but first we're gonna be making the hull of a ship. So I'm gonna do an outline of what the hull is gonna look like. I'm gonna be using beams to make you know where to put the armor. You can like change this up a bit, but I am like doing what I basically do on most of my ships. So I'm gonna place a beam here and I'm gonna go here, here, and two more on the back. And we repeat this on the other side. But now you see that this don't even look like a ship. So I'm gonna like make this taller, and you can see it's starting to take shape on how a normal ship would actually look like. So I mostly use TNT blocks on like spots where there are weak points, like there, and there. Also I have like one over there and one over at the back. Now to make the deck of the ship you're gonna be using the 1x4s because they are not immune to rockets and will make the battles more fair. I'm gonna paint this up and finish it up and make sure you learn from what it looks like, okay? So now you can see that I painted it and I painted it and I made the outside look smoother than like before, so it looks more like a ship. And you can see that I have not filled in the middle because I'm gonna be adding the 1x4s. And you can only add 1x4s because you can see that in the treaty you cannot add like any beams of 1x7s in the middle because the treaty does not allow that because it obviously is going to make ships way more powerful. And you can see that it's pretty tedious because it's gonna make things laggy once you spawn. Just a bit laggy, but I think that's gonna be fine because it's for fairness and everything else. Now you can see there's a beam over here, but you can clearly see in the treaty that you're not allowed to have beams, so you're gonna have to remove that. So this is like a basic battle that I use mostly on like battleships, mainly on coastal battleships because they are smaller and they have less guns, but that's fine. They can make huge fleets with them. Also, another thing is that fleets are like your best friend. They are very powerful and you can have like different ships at different points in the ocean, like over there. It's more like a lake, but that's fine. And a thing that I saw is most guns don't have elevation. Like I'm gonna build two guns over here, and I'm gonna show you. You may see that I made two guns, and the main difference on both is this does not have elevation right here, and these guns have elevation. Now the main difference you're gonna have is you can't really aim on battleships with guns that don't have elevation because and you're playing like a destroyer or a small cruiser, then not having elevation is fine because the ships are going to be pretty small and are balanced, and they're going to be like 1 block away from the water, so that's not going to be a problem for non-elevated guns. But for battleships, most battleships are like 2 to 3 blocks away from the, like above from the water, so they can't really aim without elevation. So I recommend adding elevation to guns that are on like big battleships. But you can just add like these elevated guns on. If you have the space, then you can do it too. Or if you want a battleship that maybe will not be that effective, then you can use these guns too. So I'm gonna add like 2 guns on, one over here and one over here, and I'll tell you about the superstructure in a bit. You can see that I added 2 turrets on each side, and you can have how many you want, but it should just be in the treaty. Also, I see one mistake that some like brand new players that don't read the treaty make is that they have close tracking on their rockets, and I I'm reminding you that maybe check if you have close tracking on your rockets, because sometimes, I don't know why, but it just randomly just gets on its own. But it should be on off, because if you're found like having close tracking on your rockets, that is like a huge crime nowadays, because you can be banned or timed out. So maybe check or double check if you don't have check if you have close tracking on, you should off. You should turn it off. Now I'm gonna move the seat to the bottom, because I'm gonna tell you in a bit is it is because wait, let me place the seat. So the main reason I put it here, because you don't want your seat in an exposed or open area, because other battleships can aim at that aim at your seat and just blow your ship into pieces. That's how some people get taken out. And many people place it in the bottom of the ship because you don't really have a threat under the water except from submarines and mines. But I think you can see where the mines are, and if subs are underneath you, maybe you have a anti-submarine ship near you or something. Make sure you place the seat under the boat, because that's where most people place it, because it's the most safe there. Now y'all can basically see that I added the secondaries, and it's like I detailed this like by adding wedges and stuff. I am not gonna be making like the tower and like smokestacks, because they're pretty simple, and I'm just making this ship just for educational purposes. Like, you're gonna just make your own ship, don't copy this. This just for learning. Now, since making the ship move is pretty easy, you just add some props or like wing panels to turn and stuff. And I hope you like this video and subscribe. Also, new video is gonna come up soon. Also, if you have any questions with this video, please post it in the comments, because I am reading all comments, and if the questions are a bit complicated, then I'm gonna answer them in the next video. And if there's some like small questions, I'm gonna just answer them in the comments. And that's gonna be it for this video. See you next time.